In all footballers' career, they have times where they question what they're doing and they question, if they're good enough anymore or if this is what they want to be doing, if they're happy. Last year was probably the hardest point in my career to date. When you're in the moment, you kind of deal with what's happening and what you've got, and you find a way to appreciate that, but just maybe a heads up that it gets better. So I first started playing professionally when I was 15 in Australia. Going over to America, it's very full on. So for me, coming from Australia in the W League and thinking that's sort of as high as it gets, it was pretty confronting. Paul Riley was my coach. I think he took me off at half time. I was just shattered and came up to me, did it in a way where it was like, you just have to be better. That lit something inside of me just to be like, okay, well, I will be better then. And I think that really shaped my career in a massively positive way.
Looking for Poliana, who makes a run, tries to chip it in, and it is saved by Catley.
Catley, oh my, Morgan, oh! An absolutely jaw-dropping service and a fantastic finish.
I got to a point, I was kind of plateauing as a player, and that's something that I've never felt I've done in my career, and just really wanted to, obviously I'm 25, I should be peaking, I should be getting the most out of myself. I was at a point where I was just not enjoying myself as a footballer. I wasn't happy with how I was playing, how I was feeling. So I had that going on at the same time that I found out that my dad was sick, and then that kind of rapidly declined to the point where he passed away pretty quickly, and within about 13 days of me finding out when I was in America to flying home and then him passing away. So there was a point there where those kind of moments just really make you question what's important in life, and suddenly football seems so small. Life's crazy, it just moves on from moments like that. So, people, my family and friends started going back to work when I was in Australia, and then that meant eventually I needed to go back to work, which is football. So, flew back to Seattle, where, I had my people, but it's also a pretty lonely time because no one knows what you're going through other than you in those moments, and grieving's a funny process, and it takes a long time, and it comes in different forms and in waves, and you learn so much about yourself and about the world, and suddenly you're grateful for people and for friendships and for the small things in life. I'm definitely a much stronger person now and happy where life is right now. The way that I've always gone about leadership is that I've tried not to change anything that I do, because that's when I've been put into positions, is just being me, and I'm there when my teammates need me, always. Everyone brings something so unique to the team, but they do it in this humble way that it's like almost like a puzzle, like everyone comes together and it just kind of fits. Before the World Cup, which is a month and a half away, I've been building up to this tournament for a long time. I know that I'm ready, I know that my team's ready. I would love for people to look at Australia and think that we're a legitimate football country. Do you actually think you can win? And that's sometimes what it comes down to in a game like that, because physically both teams can do damage to each other, but who has the mental edge? So I think for me, just being mentally prepared for this tournament and being confident and having a belief that we can really do something, and I can have a big effect on that personally.